Alright, we're back. Good news is the channel seems to be flourishing pretty good. Came back, we uploaded the video. This was my last upload right here, and I want to say thank you to all you guys. You know, freaking, you always remind me of why I need to keep on freaking grinding. Today's video, we got some baits from Temu. And, you know, like I said, been so behind on stuff that I had some of the stuff over summer, some of the stuff I fished, but some of it I haven't got to show you yet. And there's really some cool stuff here. Temu is a pretty addicting website. You gotta stay off of it, man, because it just freaking gets you. And before you know, you're freaking playing games, watering flowers, trying to get 4 free gifts that they make it like almost impossible. But let's check out these baits we got and see what we... I mean, look, check this out. Hold on. We even got stuff here from AliExpress, but that's what I'm saying. It'd just be too much to try to do all of this in one video. So we're doing little breakdowns. We got plenty more videos to come after this. So if you enjoy what you see here, stick around, and we got some other stuff coming. Let's get to these baits here. Thanks for watching. Let's get to it. But you may recall a while ago I picked up these suckers here from Temu. They're a little froglet looking lure. And they are pretty freaking cool. Pretty much how they get their color is pretty much all the glitter in it, because it is a clear bait, you know, but it has all the glitter. Very stretchy, like a TPE material. Now, what's really cool about this bait is to be able to skip up underneath overhanging trees, pipes, whatever, you name it. It skips good because it is a nice flat surface. And that's the idea. That's the reason why I picked it up. I thought it'd be pretty good to skip, walk, throw in and out of pads, you know, sparse areas and stuff like that. The issue I was having with this is with just a regular EWG hook, when you would go to skip, very easily, once this bait gets wet, it just slides down right over here pretty easily. So you're dealing with this a lot of times. And once it does it once, it starts doing it a lot more. So I came to the conclusion, I need to build a hook. This was my first iteration of the hook build, and it was a bad idea. I kept collecting weeds and everything with that. Now, it would keep the bait from pulling down, because it couldn't get past that, but it was basically a freaking trash truck. It collected everything. So I went back, revisit the wheel, because I was trying everything I can not to have to go buy a Pacific hook, like the Z-Man hook. This one here was the better option so far. What I got was a heat shrink tubing and some thick monofilament, and I just heat shrinked it there to keep it stuck there. That one worked pretty good, but I'm like, you know what? I do want some weight on the bottom of the hook. So I bit the bullet, and I went out, and I got me the Z-Man hooks, and I do not regret it. These things are a freaking beauty. So what's cool about this hook is it does have the little bait keeper there, right on the top. That's where I went wrong. I kept putting everything on the bottom of the shank. So I do think I can make one of these, but it's pretty nice to buy. I mean, this is one of them hooks that you'll buy and use it for a very specific technique for the Elastec stuff, you know? So this was great because I could skip it and, you know, I could walk it a lot faster because it does have the belly weight. And the weed guard was really good. You know, it kept it up in there. And what's really cool is a lot of times with like a hook like this, you know, it would come sliding down. So you would want to expose it. But then you worry about it gumming up and not coming out and you missing your bite. But what was really cool about the Z-Man hook is it actually had a little bait keeper there that kept it snugged up. So it cannot pull down and your hook point's nice and exposed. So pretty awesome. So pick that up in the red. I just wanted to bust these all out to show you the evolution of me trying to make the Z-Man thing. And we got one in all black here. You know, you can never go wrong with it when it comes to top water. Like your chrome, your whites, and your blacks. Oh, he's pretty good. So I basically got these in every color. This is this one right here is a little bit of a tougher material. I kind of like this one better. This one squishes up very easily. You can see this one has a little bit of firmness to it. This one's very like jelly, like very gummy. This one's more like it works out. So pick those suckers up. Very awesome. Highly recommend it. And before I move on to other baits, because this is the only other bait that it's important to talk about a hook about, or to talk about a hook, really awesome hooks. I highly recommend these suckers here from BKK. These, they're calling it the worm hook, swim bait hook, but what are these? These are, they got a very wide gap, and that's what's nice because you get a lot of clearance. Because I have a bait here that I would put a 5/0 in, but didn't have enough clearance. I believe I even cut a belly groove in there before to get it to work, but there just wasn't enough room for it to collapse. So picked up these hooks, and freaking awesome. These BKK hooks, they are freaking great because it has a, it's like straightened there. So it gives you a lot of freaking room for the bait to collapse down. And what's cool about this hook is it also has one of the bait keepers there. Teflon coated, very nice hook. I like it. And these hooks are also great for a style of bait like these here. This is the Berkeley Stickfish, and it calls for a 5/0 hook, and you would think that their 5/0 hook would work great with it, but it doesn't. There's barely any room for the belly of the hook to collapse. So I did get some small, I do got a 3/0 size as well, some smaller sizes for baits like this. So really awesome hook, highly recommend it. Let's keep it moving. And for like $1, we picked up some, you know, some weight pegs, which are pretty decent. You know, they work, they get the job done. Nothing spectacular, but, you know, good way to pick up on some of the little cheap terminal tackle that you do need. And then we got the dice baits. These here were all the raves, you know. You get 6 in a pack here, and they come in a lot of different colors and different shapes, but these are pretty cool. This right here is like a TP material too. Very buoyant. Some might not like that it floats up. Some might like that it floats up, you know, because I know some of the other ones will slowly sink. So if you wanted to like free rig it or something like that, it might be better to have one that sinks. If you want to drop shot one, it might be better to have one that floats. But regardless, you do get 6 in the pack. So got those suckers. Pretty cool. And we got these ones. This one comes with 4 in the pack. If there was another one, I have fished these. I could have lost one possibly. But this one here is pretty cool. Has a pretty skirt to it, you know. Little rainbow stuff going on there. I do like the colorway. This one's a little different. It's shaped in a ball. And I can't tell you what that is. It just feels like silicone. It's not a soft plastic by any means, but it is squishy. And I was just throwing it out on this sucker here. You know, this is just a little weighted wacky hook right here. But pretty cool. And it also looks like some of the balls, like it looks like this one's darker than that one. Maybe it's just the way they poured it, different mix or something like that. But got that. And we also got these suckers here. This one's pretty cool. Yeah, I was getting wacky with it. What did I do here? We got another hook up in there. Still trying to figure out different ways to fish these, but this one is more like a dice. It has little tentacles there, more natural looking. Got the black silicone skirts, and you also get 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 5 in a pack, and that's a really good deal because these baits are like, I think it might be Depths that makes them. And they charge like $20 for like 4 or 5 of them. Like $20 for a soft plastic. And I think that's pretty crazy. And we got some of these knockoffs here. I believe it's Ray Japan that makes these, or I forget who makes these. But I actually had a comment left on one of my Temu videos. Somebody said, I'm tired of people calling Temu baits knockoff. Who do you think makes all the baits? Well, that's true. A lot of baits are made in China. That doesn't mean that they're not knocking off, you know, proprietary properties, you know. I mean, this bait was designed, they did the research and, you know, to build this bait. So it is a knockoff, you know. So whoever that was, whether you like to admit it or not, it definitely is a knockoff, all right? Even if they are made in Japan, somebody came up with the design. They did the research and development only for it to be copied, but really built good. I have fished this and I caught a white perch on it and a yellow perch. Has a little plush weed guard here, just enough to keep the weeds and a little grass on it. I mean, it's really not going to help you too much in a snag, most likely. It may though, you know, haven't snagged it yet. But what's cool is it does come with 3 bodies, so you get some extra bodies. They come in 2 different weight sizes. I forget what size I got here. I believe this is a 1/4 ounce. It looks and feels like a 1/4 ounce, but has a nice sharp hook. The hook is sticky sharp, you can see. I mean, it'll scratch your nail. Very sharp hook, nice color. Actually has a pretty decent barrel swivel, so I didn't change anything on it. Just fish it as it is. The plastic feels good. The colorways are nice. But look at that head design. That head design is actually pretty freaking solid. There's a nice line tie right there. Nice eyes. So I picked this up in a couple different colors here. We got the chartreuse. And we got the blue. Now, I know I fished the blue one. Show you this blue one. I think this chartreuse still has a staple in it. But check that out. Pretty freaking nice. So if you lose, if you snag, you're kind of beat with the rest of the bodies. But as long as you don't snag it, you do got extra bodies to go along with it. But I think it's a pretty good deal. These things, you can get them on Temu for like, the prices always change. You can sometimes find these things for $3 or $5. So they change, but they're awesome. They swim good and they cast far. And we got the little Guggen Baits knockoff. What they did here is they just added a little 3rd leg there. But B&U Baits, they happen to make some of the style baits that most bass fishermen seem to enjoy. They got a pretty good lineup, so if you check out like the B&U store, you'll probably find stuff that you like through them. But all in all, pretty cool. This is a lot smaller, even smaller than their junior size, you know. I just thought it was pretty cool. I was gonna do a little prank and say Guggen came out with a new bait and put it in a Guggen package and mess around, but I was like, that's a dumb idea. But anyway, that's those. Now these, the Uno Kanushi. This bait right here is freaking awesome. I did catch a nice bass on one of these too. Like I said, I had all this stuff and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go out and make a video of fishing this stuff. And you know, things didn't always go good those days, but I did catch a bass on this sucker. But it looks so cool in the water. I mean, you got all these tentacles here. You do get 4 in the pack. And these things are cool. They got a lot of cool colors. It's a good quality bait. There's like nothing wrong with this soft plastic. That's what it is. 60 millimeters, 2.5 inches. I don't know what color it says or anything, but you could use like Google Translate if you do have some JDM baits or Chinese baits and you're trying to read what it says. You could always use the Google Translate and that will work. But got those, the Uno Kanushi. Pretty freaking solid bait. I really like these and actually got more of these coming because that's how much I like them. Now this is a funky one here. I've had this for a while. I have not even touched it yet. I've been waiting to do the review, you know, an unboxing to show you guys. This sucker came in all squished up. I try to revive it and stuff like that, but let's check this sucker out. Alright, it looks like they try to keep it nice in there with a little wire tie there. I think they have a smell. Let me smell. No, they smell dusty, actually. They probably are. They've been sitting. So I guess this is kind of like your dice bait right here. It kind of looks like, what is that, a sea serpent? Or what is that thing that you find like in the tide pools? Those little freaking, you don't want to step on them. That's what it looks like. But this thing has a lot of crazy little action. I mean, it's like got a bunch of ticklers on there. Very stretchy. So, this is going to be pretty freaking cool in the water. You do get 2 of these. Now, at the time when I bought these were like, I think like $5 for 2 of them, but I thought that they looked so cool, I wanted them anyway. So that is pretty cool. I probably won't be able to put it back up on here, but that's okay. But I wanted to show you guys those suckers. That's going to be a fun one right there. Picked up this guy. Now this is like a Megabass knockoff, but it's a lot smaller. Has a little underspin, which the Megabass one don't have that. I believe that's what they're trying to knock off with this. Has a little thin fin here. What I found with a lot of these baits is that they actually do have a pretty solid sharp hook in there. And this one's no exception. It's very sharp. But pretty cool. Like a nice natural looking bluegill color. Kind of looks like a little perch too as well. But, you know, more a bluegill color. But that looks pretty good. The plastic feels alright. I think this sucker's going to swim pretty nice. And it's definitely, as you can see, very small. So a lot of your bass are going to be able to bite this. Pike, pickerel, you know, you name it, smallmouth. It's pretty nice. So, haven't fished it yet. It could work like crap for all we know. But it looks like it's going to at least fish pretty good. And going through the bag, seeing these before I picked up some more of these. I actually really like this bait right here. I caught quite a few fish on it and it's still going strong. These things are actually pretty nice. And even when you swim them through the water, like I found out when I was retrieving it back to get ready to recast, I actually caught a bass that way. And I wasn't even expecting it. And I was like, oh, that was pretty interesting. So I watched it back in the water again and I swam it through. And these claws undulated pretty good. It looked like a crayfish, you know, trying to get out of the way there. But you can see very stretchy, nice claws. Has like a little bit of an air pocket there to keep them floating up. But it is an exact copy, exact replica of the Megabass Sleeper Crawl. And I had the Megabass Sleeper Crawl and I snagged it. And since I had these, I really haven't had a need to go buy the Megabass one. Because they are like 10 bucks for one. And these are like $3 for one. So, you know, kind of save money where you can sometimes. And I must say, I'm pretty impressed with these silicone skirts. You know, I like to have some skirts. Sometimes I'll make my own, like, swim jig or something like that. You could get, like, a nail weight. Not a nail weight. You get your bobber stop, your weight stop, and you put the weight there. You know, like, you put it over top of a swim bait, and you peg the weight there. And now it looks like a swim jig, but you have an EWG hook in there. But the colors on here are freaking pretty great. You could see all the nice, like, purple, blue, black. But these are like one of them easy ones that could slip over many different jig heads and stuff like that. So you could easily change the skirt out and put a different skirt on. And the quality of them are very nice. They're actually, Strike King likes to use the easy skirts a lot, and you could actually buy the Strike King replacement easy skirts. And I gotta say that these are better quality than the Strike King easy skirts. All the strands are in here a lot nicer, and they're not like kind of folded over one another. Very nice colorways, good quality skirt. So I'm pretty happy to have these suckers here. They look really good, really flashy. And I think I got these for like $1, so I was like, wow, pretty impressive. And next, these things are pretty cool, and they got a strong smell to them. It smells like how like the JDM baits would smell. This is like a little topwater froglet here. As you can see, it floats on the water, and when you give it a little twitch, these legs will straighten out like that. And they just want to naturally go back to their resting position. So I'll do a little motion. And it looks really good. And I got these hooks. These are some different hooks. Like you'll see a lot of guys fish for carp and stuff with these kind of hooks. These hooks have no eyes. You got to just tie a snail knot on them. But the reason why I got these hooks, and I used this both together, and it worked out pretty good. I actually caught a nice bluegill on it. But when you tie your snail knot, you know, it runs on top of here, so you have this little barb sticking out. So I wanted this little barb to kind of get stuck in the bait, you know, so it couldn't push itself out. And that actually worked out pretty good, and I caught a nice little bluegill. That was all I caught on it, the bluegill. But all in all, I do like this bait, and it smells strong, and it is a stretchy material. I think I got one in here, the leg's like hanging on for dear life. He might not be doing too good. I forget how many you get in the pack here, but one of them was ripping off from getting some short strikes. I think it was that bluegill pester in it. Yeah, that must be in my other box then. But pretty cool little froglet bait right there. And they have a strong smell to them. Get that baby focused. So yeah, that's them there. And you could probably use a regular bait hook too, you know, that has the little barbs on there. That'll work just fine. I just thought this hook looked cool, and you know, I was trying to do my plan with it, and it worked out pretty great, honestly. And these hooks seem like they're pretty good quality. You get a lot in the box here, and they look good. They have that chrome, the golden chrome shine. So all in all, pretty satisfied with it. Alright, not sure if I showed you these before. I forget if I did. Sorry if I did, but maybe some of you haven't seen it. These things are pretty cool right here. So what you could do is you could make your own swim bait right here. I got some of this stuff here off of Temu, and it actually comes with the full kit. It comes with the collars to pinch and make a crimp, but it's not necessary. You don't need this wire. You can use swivels and you know, the little split rings, and add some split rings and swivels and make it however long you want it. But what's cool about this is you could actually take this and screw it into a swim bait. Actually, here we go. So the idea is you could make your own type of thing. You could take whatever swim bait you want. You would tie up here, or actually, yeah, you would tie up here, and then you would have your hook harness here, and you could put a treble hook and put it in there. But pretty cool. It gives you a lot of different options to be creative, get as creative as you want with it. So I dig that. I actually left this in my box, and look, it's pretty kinked up. I got to fix him up. But yeah, just wanted to show you them. I think I may have shown you this before, but pretty cool. Alright, also got these sneaky fishing hooks from Temu there. And I wasn't too impressed with these. I thought these would be like the owner bullets. And while they are, I do like the little banana shaped swedge there. They just don't give you plenty of room in here, you know. So you could like cut away. I think I even tried to cut away some of it. But this will work great for your Elastec plastics, because all you need is a little sliver. But for your standard soft plastics, it might tear out, and might even tear trying to get it on. Maybe I picked too heavy of a size there. But all in all, the hook is pretty nice. Like the quality of the hook's good and stuff like that. But so I'm going to use these just for the Elastec style baits. But they were cheap, you know. I have no regrets buying them. I was hoping they'd be a little bit better though. Now this was one of the better deals that I got. You get 5 finesse jigs for $5. So these were $1 a piece, and these things are freaking built great. I love the way these are built. Funny enough, I actually had this little finesse jig from Debo Fishing. Before I even had a YouTube channel, Debo sent me a care package, because he's just a freaking nice dude like that, man. And it got weird. Once I made a YouTube channel, I felt weird commenting on his channels, because it looked like I was trying to scrape up subscribers, and I didn't want him to think that. So I kind of stopped. I watch his stuff, but I kind of stopped leaving comments, you know, because I don't want to look like I'm trying to get his audience. I don't know why I even think like that. He probably don't think like that. But Debo made me a finesse jig, and man, I was catching everything with that. And I freaking got snagged, lost it, and I'm like, man. And I was trying to find something that resembled that, and I found these. Now Debo, when he made his, he had the silicone skirt on it, and then he had the living rubber. It was very nice. But this one here actually has fur on it. It's like a hair jig with the silicone skirts. Has a lead bait keeper, which I'm always happy with that, you know. I don't really complain as long as it has some kind of keeper on it. Has a lead bait keeper there. Has a nice strong stout hook. Like the hook doesn't feel cheap. The weed guard's nice. The head design is great. I mean, and I think it's even wire tied. Let me get a little closer here. My camera angles are a little weird today, but yeah, it's hard to see, but it's tied down some way. So got that color. This is one that I was fishing with. I actually got a Walmart crawl on there. I kind of like it. It's an Ozark trail bait. The hair sticking to it, but it's just a crawl, you know, with big claws, just a big bad bougie crawl. But as you can see, the colors are great here. Football head jig, plush weed guard, nice hook. Got that color. I mean, this thing came with all kinds of colors. I try to get some more of these because I do have another order coming. And it was nice because it actually did come with these little, you know, so you don't poke yourself through the bag to keep the hook point sharp. But it came with all kinds of great colors. It even has flashing on it. I mean, they're freaking pretty great. And they come with all the colors you would really want, you know. I love fishing a jig. I remember before I used to suck at jigs. And, man, those days long been gone. I do really good when it comes to fishing jigs. Seems like whenever I fish a jig, I feel like I'm usually catching stuff with them. You know, the bass, they really like the jigs. And I do a lot better with the smaller ones. Look at that. That's a beauty there. There we go. You can see it's like a hand tied. Alright, so it is tied down with a thread. And they don't cheap out on none of the material. It looks good. When this is wet, you know, it'll come together and under the water. It kind of undulates. Very nice. Good eyelet, good hooks. So, all the colors you would ever really need for $5. But they don't have them on there. This is just hard to find. They said, sorry, out of stock. Find something similar. But pretty cool. And they all came individually bagged like that. So I like these. Really, really excited for these. And we got this. I don't know who makes this bait, but I've been seeing, I had this for a little while now. I've been seeing like these videos pop up on like YouTube Shorts. And I don't know if it's in like Thailand or what, but a bait like this is very popular out there. And what it does is, let's see if, there we go. You cast it out, and when you retrieve it, it goes on the water. And it looks so good. The action is so good. And they actually do have this on there for like a weed guard to get it through some nasty stuff. But I feel like this is just I'm gonna miss a lot of fish with this. Maybe I have to trim these shorter or put a little split there to make it kind of fall down, or just take them off altogether. I'm not sure, but it's kind of part of the bait. Unless they just did that for shipping reasons. But yeah, this thing looked really great from what I seen. I don't know if this one will behave like what I seen, but if it does, I'm in for a treat. But really cool color. Has a double frog hooks back here. I don't know if there is a little weight on there or what. I'm not too sure what's going on with that. Maybe it's to keep the hooks from really spreading apart. But oh no, feels like a good plastic, good paint job. Hand-tied skirt. And it's jointed. Pretty cool. And you get 7 of these suckers here. This is pretty freaking cool. Now, I've seen people fish these before, and I always thought, man, they look freaking awesome. So, we had these last summer. I haven't had a chance to fish them yet, because I really want to wait till I showed you guys these in the video. But you can see, it looks like a bonefish, you know, like all the bones and stuff. Has a lip here. Now what you want to do is you want to get a little tungsten weight, stick a tungsten weight in there, which I have a lot of tungsten nail weights from like AliExpress and some Monster Bass ones and stuff like that. And then you get your hook. You put like a jig hook in there. And then you got the lip. It's supposed to give it some good action like that. And that sucker looks very natural, very lifelike. Awesome details on it. Like, look at that. It looks like it just really freaking morphs into like a piece of art right there. Looks really good. All the lips are pretty nice on this. So we're gonna have to try this. I've never fished a bait like this before, but it's gonna be a good year. We're definitely gonna be trying some new things and learning and experimenting together. But yeah, you do get quite a bit there. You get 7 of these suckers, and these were like no more than $5. I think they were even less than that, and they had all different colors, different variety packs, but I went with the nice natural. So I always see bait fish when I'm fishing, and they're always just so natural and just beautiful looking like these suckers here. And then we got the Raptor Tail Junior knockoffs. I think that's what they're called, or the Mad Max or something like that. But these things, I have another one that I'm going to save for a different order to show you guys that I got off of AliExpress, which is a better quality than this one. Comes in a nice case with a lot of extra tails and stuff like that. But we're going to save that one because, oh yeah, actually look, this one actually too, which is nice. You can barely see it. Comes with an extra tail as well, so be careful. But they have a lot of nice colors here. I mean, that thing is awesome. The hook on here actually feels pretty good. It's very sharp. It's just sticking to me every which way. It is just a little plastic jointed bait, and what this does is a little glide bait. You know, you cast this out and you just retrieve it back to you, and it just snakes around back and forth. And I thought it looked cool. It's like a shark. So we got this black one here. And this one, the only difference between this and the real one is I don't believe the real one has that little fin there. I guess this fin helps it kind of just track, keeps the front dialed, and kind of helps it get the good action. So got that color there. Call that the freaking shark. And then we got this one here. This one is freaking pretty cool. It's like we'll call it the flamingo. The lime flamingo. But yeah, all these, they have quite a bit of different colors, and I actually got some more of these coming in. But you can see it has a pretty nice joint there. The tail is pretty nice. You do get the extra tail. The eyes look cool. I believe they're silent. No, this actually has a little rattle. I didn't even know that till just now. But pretty freaking cool. And again, these hooks are sticky. Good quality looking hooks. They even look like they're like Teflon coated. I mean, super sharp. Every bit is just freaking getting a skin. So that's one thing. A lot of the Temu baits actually come with pretty decent hooks. Oh, get off. And then I grabbed these little carabiners to put on my backpack for, like, you know, clippers and stuff like that. I wasn't sure how big they were, but these things are built pretty nice here. Has a pretty nice clip here, pretty snappy. And this here is actually a metal cable, kind of like what you would see with, like this stuff here. It's like that type of metal wire. Has the ring there, so if you want to put your nail clippers or your cutting tool, it retracts back your pliers. I thought it was pretty good. He got 2 of these. I think I got both of these for like $1 or $2. It wasn't even that much, and they're definitely worth the price. And we got some power snaps here. These are you know, some bigger ones. I have some really nice small ones, but all in all, they seem pretty decent. These are nice. You just tie your line here, and then you could just take a bait very easily and just go right up. I'm trying to get this focused. Let me get my hand out the way. So when it's tied on, you got that part sticking out. You just put it right in there. Oh, we dropped it. Alright, let me not try to do it through the camera. So we go up. Well, we got to make sure we're focused. So it goes in here anyways. And then you could quick change out lures. These are great for top waters, like the spooks and stuff like that. I like these because you could change out really quick. And they're tough and strong. And we got this cheap scale because I suck at like knowing grams and stuff, because, you know, I want to get into some of the BFS stuff, and I kind of want to be able to pick up a bait and be like, oh, this is, you know, about 1 gram, 2 grams, you know. But anyway, just a weigh stuff. But all in all, this scale is pretty good. You know, back in my hustling days, I knew if you put $1 bill on the scale and it weighed 1 gram, your scale was on point, you know. But, you know, those days are long gone. But anyway, let's see. We're on grams. Let's see how many grams this sucker weighs, one of these. 6.3 grams. Let's see how consistent they are between one another. 6.5. So, all in all, pretty cool baits. But now I could weigh some jig heads and stuff like that and just kind of know what's going on. It also has different modes, ounces, all kinds of stuff on there. And it was cheap. And it's pretty nice. Just take some batteries up in there. 2 AAA batteries. I think it even came with the batteries too, which is a plus. And that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I had to break away from the table a little bit and go pick up my daughter. So this is the outro. We're all done. We're all cleaned up here. Got everything put away. Little sneak peek. Let me show you guys this beauty here, man. I went out and was able to fish it just one time. And then it just iced up after that. I had a little bit of 12-pound mono on this. This is the Daiwa Alphas. And it is freaking so small. It is a beauty. Love you, baby. Got this cheap, man. $150, which I know some of you are like, yo, that ain't cheap, that's expensive. Yeah, it's $150 is quite a bit of money. But this reel is like $220, maybe even more now, pretty much. That was also shipped from Japan to here. So that's a pretty good deal. Because at the time the yen was down, you know, the currency that they used. And, you know, I was pretty much, you know what, we'll save it for a different day. I'm going on to a new review now, and we can't do that. But I hope you enjoyed. We got more stuff coming. Stay tuned. Till next time, peace out.